In the far reaches of the universe, a new story begins to unfold, one that centers around a species long thought lost to time and legend, humanity. Galactic Dawn, humanity's awakening, tells the tale of this forgotten species rising once more, emerging from the ashes of their self-imposed exile to reclaim their place in the cosmos. For countless millennia, the galaxy has seen the rise and fall of empires, the ebb and flow of civilizations, and the unceasing march of time. Yet, amidst all this change, one mystery has remained unresolved: the fate of the humans, who once wielded unmatched power and influence, only to vanish without a trace. The galaxy, now divided into numerous empires and factions, has settled into a precarious equilibrium. The Zoran Collective, a hive-mind species with advanced biotechnological prowess, dominates the Western Galactic Quadrant. The authoritarian Zorathan Dominion, a rigidly hierarchical race of cybernetically enhanced beings, controls a vast stretch of core worlds with their mighty fleets. The Sci-fi Confederation, a loose alliance of avian species known for their spiritual insights and mastery of energy manipulation, flourishes in the Outer Rim territories. Despite their differences, all these civilizations share one thing in common: a reliance on ancient technologies whose origins they do not fully understand, relics from a time when humans roamed the stars. Scattered across the galaxy are remnants of the old human empire, silent, monolithic structures that defy the ravages of time. These ruins, often cloaked in secrecy and shrouded in myth, serve as a testament to the once great civilization that dominated the galaxy eons ago. Even the most advanced contemporary races struggle to comprehend the purpose and mechanisms of these artifacts, with many adopting a reverent, almost superstitious attitude toward them. Despite the myriad attempts to decode their mysteries, the full extent of human technology remains beyond their grasp, and any who dare to tamper with it often meet with disastrous consequences. It is in this setting, amidst the decay of old alliances and the simmering tensions of an uneasy peace, that humanity stirs from its long slumber. The awakening is not sudden but gradual, like the first light of dawn creeping over a darkened horizon. For centuries, pockets of humans have survived in hidden enclaves, isolated from the rest of the galaxy, living simple, almost monastic lives. These small communities are descendants of those who fled the collapse of the ancient human empire, retreating to the most remote and inhospitable corners of the galaxy to escape the great cataclysm that brought their civilization to its knees. In one such enclave, nestled deep within the Veil Nebula, a small but thriving human colony has flourished in secret. The nebula's thick clouds of interstellar dust have provided the perfect camouflage, hiding the colony from prying eyes for generations. The inhabitants, a hardy and resourceful people, have long passed down stories of their ancestors' glory, of towering starships and vast fleets that once protected the galaxy. They have retained fragments of their old technology, relics from a bygone era that they scarcely understand, yet instinctively respect. The leader of this colony is an elderly woman named Mara, known among her people as the Keeper of the Dawn. Her role is both spiritual and practical. She safeguards the ancient archives, a repository of knowledge and history dating back to the days of the Empire. Though much of the data has been lost or corrupted over time, what remains paints a picture of a civilization at its zenith: masters of science, explorers of the cosmos, protectors of the weak. But it also tells of their hubris, of a devastating war against an unknown, cosmic adversary that brought them to the brink of annihilation. Mara has spent her life piecing together the fragments of their history, sifting through corrupted files and damaged hollow records in search of answers. She believes that humanity's fall was not merely a result of external threats, but a consequence of internal strife, a civil war that fractured their society at a critical moment. This theory, though controversial, has gained traction among the younger generation of the colony, who yearn to reclaim their lost heritage and take their place among the stars once more. The catalyst for humanity's awakening comes in the form of a deep space probe, sent centuries ago by the Sci-fi Confederation. The probe, designed to map uncharted territories, stumbles upon the Veil Nebula and inadvertently picks up a faint, repeating signal, an ancient distress beacon encoded with a human signature. When the Sci-fi scientists analyze the data, they realize they have discovered something extraordinary. The signal is a remnant of the old human empire, and its presence within the nebula suggests that there may be survivors hidden from the rest of the galaxy for millennia. News of this discovery spreads quickly, sparking a flurry of interest among the major powers. The Zorathan Dominion, ever hungry for new technologies to augment their cybernetic enhancements, sees the potential to harness human advancements to cement their dominance. The Zaran Collective, curious and wary, views the potential return of humanity as a threat to their control over the biotech market, given the humans' reputed mastery of genetic engineering in the past. The Seraphite Confederation, meanwhile, adopts a more cautious stance, driven by a deep-seated respect for the ancient human ruins they have encountered on their pilgrimage worlds. They see the return of humanity as a potential harbinger of change, a new dawn in galactic history. A coalition of ships from various factions is dispatched to investigate the source of the signal. The fleet, led by Commander Thaler of the Seraphite, navigates through the dense clouds of the Veil Nebula, its sensors probing the darkness in search of the elusive human colony. As they approach, the humans who have long anticipated this moment initiate a cautious contact. Mara, speaking for her people, opens a communication channel with the Seraphite flagship. Her voice, aged yet firm, echoes across the void. "You have come seeking the lost, but are you prepared for what you will find?" The initial exchange is tense, filled with mistrust and uncertainty. The humans, having lived in isolation for so long, are wary of the outsiders, while the galactic powers are equally cautious, unsure of what to expect from this forgotten remnant of an ancient empire. Yet, as the dialogue continues, a fragile understanding begins to take shape. The Seraphite, guided by their spiritual teachings, offer a gesture of goodwill, sharing information about the current state of the galaxy and the threats it faces. Mara, recognizing the sincerity in their words, agrees to allow a delegation to visit the colony. The arrival of the delegation is a momentous occasion. The visitors are awestruck by what they find: an entire society built upon the ruins of the old human empire, preserving ancient knowledge and traditions in ways they could never have imagined. The humans, for their part, are equally amazed by the technological advancements of the galactic powers, particularly in areas they have long since lost the ability to develop. It is a meeting of the old and the new, a fusion of past and present that hints at the potential for a bright future. As the delegation explores the colony, they are taken to the Great Hall, where the archives are kept. Here, they witness the remnants of humanity's history, displayed through holographic projections and ancient artifacts. The walls are lined with tapestries depicting great battles, scientific achievements, and scenes of exploration. At the center of the hall stands a statue of a human explorer, reaching out toward the stars, a symbol of humanity's insatiable curiosity and desire to discover the unknown. The delegation learns of the Great Exodus, a mass evacuation of human worlds that took place at the height of the ancient war. The few survivors who made it to the Enclave were forced to abandon their technological prowess, focusing instead on survival and preservation. Over the centuries, they adapted to their new environment, developing a culture rooted in resilience, innovation, and a deep respect for the lessons of the past. Commander Thaler is particularly struck by the humans' knowledge of the ancient artifacts scattered across the galaxy. He realizes that they possess insights into these relics that no other species has been able to unlock. Mara reveals that the artifacts are part of a vast network of beacons designed to monitor and safeguard the galaxy from cosmic threats. She warns that the activation of these beacons indicates an impending crisis, a resurgence of the dark forces that once threatened to consume all life. The news of this revelation is met with disbelief and alarm by the delegation. They had long believed that the human artifacts were inert, relics of a bygone era with no bearing on the present. Yet, Mara's words carry a weight of truth that cannot be ignored. The humans have observed subtle changes in the energy patterns of the beacons, a sign that something is stirring in the depths of the galaxy. The delegation returns to their respective factions with this newfound knowledge, igniting a fierce debate among the leaders of the galaxy. The Zorathan Dominion, driven by their thirst for power, proposes seizing control of the human enclave and using their knowledge to bolster their own technological superiority. The Zalran Collective, ever pragmatic, suggests forming an alliance with the humans to harness their expertise in preparation for whatever threat may lie ahead. The Seraphite Confederation, guided by their spiritual beliefs, advocates for a peaceful approach, seeking to learn from the humans and integrate their wisdom into their own practices. In the midst of these political machinations, the human enclave faces its own internal struggles. The younger generation, inspired by the stories of their ancestors' glory, push for a more active role in the galaxy. They argue that it is time for humanity to step out of the shadows and reclaim their place among the stars. The older generation, led by Mara, is more cautious, fearing that their re-emergence could provoke hostility and bring about the very destruction they have worked so hard to avoid. Tensions come to a head when a rogue faction within the Zorathan Dominion launches a surprise attack on the Enclave, hoping to capture its technological secrets. The humans, caught off guard, mount a fierce defense. The battle is intense, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. In the end, the attackers are repelled, but the cost is great. The attack serves as a wake-up call for the galaxy, forcing the factions to confront the reality of the threat posed by their own internal divisions. In the aftermath, a summit is called, bringing together representatives from all the major factions, including the humans. It is an unprecedented event, a gathering of species with differing agendas and ideologies, united by a shared concern for the future. The discussions are heated, filled with arguments and counterarguments, but slowly, a consensus begins to form. The galaxy is on the brink of a new era, one that could either see the rise of a new golden age or plunge it into darkness once more. Humanity, with its unique blend of ancient wisdom and unyielding spirit, stands at the center of this turning point. Their awakening has sparked a chain reaction, a movement toward unity and cooperation that the galaxy has not seen in millennia. The road ahead is uncertain, filled with challenges and dangers, but for the first time in countless generations, there is hope. The dawn of a new galactic age is upon them, one that will be shaped by the choices they make, the alliances they forge, and the courage they show in the face of the unknown. And at the heart of this new era stands humanity, ready to embrace its destiny as the guiding light of the cosmos.